Calaroga Shark Media.
Welcome to Ballot, the podcast where politics meets the absurdity of a reality TV show, but with more at stake than just a rose ceremony. In today's episode, we're diving into a political plot twist that sounds like it was penned by Hollywood. Nikki Haley manages to lose to, well, literally nobody in Nevada's Republican primary. That's right, folks. None of these candidates pulled off the win, leaving Haley in the dust. It's like coming in second in a one-person race, a feat so remarkable, you almost want to applaud it. And just when you thought politics couldn't get any weirder, we're taking a detour through the latest conspiracy theory that's got everyone talking. Is Taylor Swift secretly plotting to boost Joe Biden's popularity with a Super Bowl spectacle? With the Chiefs heading to the big game, rumors are swirling faster than Swift's dance moves, suggesting she's part of a Pentagon plot to sway the presidential election. It's a tale so juicy, it could only be concocted in the depths of the internet's most imaginative corners. So buckle up as we explore how Haley's campaign hit an unexpected snag and unravel the mystery behind the Taylor Swift conspiracy. Whether it's politics, pop culture, or a mix of both, we've got you covered. Let's get started. The budding romance between Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce took a wild detour into conspiracy theory territory faster than you can say Super Bowl. Suddenly, Swift's not just a chart-topping artist. She's the star of tales more twisted than a season finale of Stranger Things. According to the internet's more imaginative corners, Swift's not just dating a football star, she's a Pentagon asset in a grand scheme to secure Biden's 2024 re-election. And Kelce? He's apparently Mr. Pfizer, not just for his on-field tackles, but for tackling democracy itself. As if the Chiefs' road to the Super Bowl wasn't thrilling enough, now there's talk of the whole thing being rigged for a halftime political endorsement. Travis Kelce, seen celebrating with Swift, has suddenly found himself in a plot that could rival any soap opera. The theories have gotten so outlandish that you half expect them to start claiming Swift's next album will drop from a UFO. Vivek Ramaswamy, Laura Loomer, and Alison Steinberg are just a few of the names throwing fuel on this bonfire of conspiracies, with Mike Crispy casting Swift and Kelce as leads in the most dramatic political theater we've seen in ages. He's predicting a Super Bowl rigged for a Biden endorsement right at halftime, calling it an op since day one. Wasim Khalid from Blackbird AI watches these tales grow from the internet's underbelly, noting how they latch onto big events like the Super Bowl to spread further. But let's be real. Suggesting Swift could swing an election might just be underestimating the intelligence of the American voter a tad. Could Swift's magic really sway the vote? History shows celebrities have dipped their toes in political waters before, from Sinatra to Springsteen. Springsteen famously toured in support of John Kerry, which cost Springsteen some fans, and didn't exactly help there be a President Kerry. Swift's own push for voter registration saw a spike in signups, proving she's got pull. But whether she's more influential than any politician remains a debated ticket. The narrative around Swift and Kelce reads like a Hollywood script, complete with political intrigue and a love story for the ages. While Swift has openly supported Biden and LGBTQ+ rights, Kelce's in hot water with conspiracy theorists for promoting vaccines. From Clinton's sax on MTV to Reagan's Hollywood charm, politics and pop culture have been bedfellows for decades. But as Swift and Kelce navigate this latest saga, one thing's clear. In the game of politics, it's not just votes that count, but views, likes, and streams. By the way, if you want to keep up on all things Taylor Swift, she's also a popular musician when not allegedly rigging elections. Follow the podcast Taylor Swift Today. In a recent chat with Variety, Arnold Schwarzenegger, somehow the ex-governor of California, couldn't help but chuckle over the latest buzz that Taylor Swift might just be the secret weapon in a Super Bowl plot to pump up President Joe Biden's street cred. Remember, everything is a plant, he quipped to the magazine, finding humor in the wild web of conspiracy theories. COVID was a plant. The vaccine was the plant. Of course, she's also a plant, and the team that wins is a plant. The Guardian checked in with the peanut gallery across the states on Swift's political serenades and whether she's got the power to sway their votes. Michael from Dallas, at 67, is ready for Swift to take on Capitol Hill with her megaphone voice. He's all for her diving into anything from women's rights to the NFL draft, just as long as she's not singing about her bottom line. He's banking on her to move the needle and get the youth fired up, especially against those old misogynistic males. Roberta from South Dakota thinks Swift's political notes are just a whisper compared to the MAGA megaphone. She's rooting for Swift to clean up Trump's mess and maybe, just maybe, turn her state a shade of blue. Lee from San Francisco, at 34, is not here for the celeb-to-politician pipeline. She's worried Americans are losing their ability to think for themselves, with Swift's billionaire status making her as relatable as a unicorn. She's not keen on Swift or any celeb swaying the political tides. Louise, a 72-year-old from Florida, is all ears for Swift's endorsement. She's hoping Swift will belt out support for human rights and asylum seekers, proving that America's greatness comes from its open arms, not closed doors. Jacob from Pennsylvania, at 38, sees Swift as a beacon of inclusiveness and anti-racism. He's not expecting her to change his vote, but hopes she'll use her platform to champion values that should be a given in modern America. And Jeff from Denver, a 58-year-old Pilates instructor, thinks Swift should encourage her fans to hit the books, not just the ballot box. He believes Swift's greatest hit could be inspiring her fans to think for themselves and embrace the diversity of American society. So, there you have it, folks. Taylor Swift, from pop princess to political powerhouse, with the jury still out on whether she'll be the next big thing in political endorsements or just another voice in the crowd. Stay tuned for more tales from the Swift political saga, because if there's one thing we know about Taylor, it's that she never goes out of style. More in a moment. Nikki Haley faced a cringe-worthy moment in Nevada's Republican presidential primary, getting edged out by none of these candidates. This happened even without Donald Trump's name gracing the ballot. On the flip side, Joe Biden coasted to victory in a primary that felt more like a drizzle than a political storm, with the Associated Press wrapping up the call just 2 hours post-poll closure. Marianne Williamson, in her quest against Biden, barely scratched the voter tally, landing in the low single digits, and has now suspended her campaign. But don't mark your calendars based on this race. The real Republican showdown is set for Thursday's caucuses, where Trump re-enters the fray, and the delegate dance to the national convention actually gets decided. Haley, who barely dipped her toes in Nevada's campaign waters, chalked up the whole process to being rigged in Trump's favor, which leaves us confused. Is the election rigged by Taylor Swift or Trump, or who is rigging it? Don't forget to follow Ballot for more insights, intrigue, and yes, a healthy dose of absurdity. Until next time, keep your ears open, your mind sharp, and your ballots ready.